Welcome to another episode of OBH Sports. This episode is sponsored by Snubbed Coffee. Head over to snubbedcoffee.com or snubbedrecords.com. Takes you to the same place. Click on coffee. Buy some coffee. Our signature roast, Punk Roast, is single origin from Medellin, Colombia. Snubbed Coffee. Get some coffee.
You ready, champ?
I'm ready for this my whole life.
Then you take us out on feet.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, good lookings.
What's going on?
No, nothing. Just here celebrating the end of football season.
I hear that despair in your voice.
Yep, I got my carton of depression pumpkin eggnog and water, and I'm wearing my robe. It's officially hockey season. Football
Depression
season is
pumpkin. Is it actually called depression?
No.
I know. Is there alcohol in that?
No, and I'm drinking it out of the carton because that's what losers do.
It's called a hood.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Well, I'm having a great week. So
I mean, my fantasy team won, so I guess it's not all bad.
yeah. Mine did too, but that happens every week, so no big deal.
The game's not officially over till after the tonight game, but I'm up by 24, and Preston just has his kicker left to play. So,
Oh, Preston.
barring some like otherworldly miracle, I should have this game. How do you lose to the Giants twice?
oh,
We were favored by 9. That should tell
That's
you
bad.
how bad the Giants are. And then how bad we are to lose to them 31-18.
Jesus.
Yeah, we were favored by 9. We don't get favored. Period.
That's what happened. It was the jinx. The jinx of being favored.
Yeah, by 9.
I'm not going to act like I've never been there before.
Yeah.
Ronnie, you can chime in now as well.
Oh, he
Hockey
knows.
season.
I mean, come on.
Hockey season is upon us. The Caps have won 4 in a row. Since starting 1-3-1, they're now what? 7-1-2, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do they use a point system in hockey?
Mm-hmm.
Like soccer?
Mhm.
Okay.
Wins get you 2 points. Overtime loss gets you 1 point, and obviously regular loss gets you nothing.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. All right.
So if you go to overtime, you get 1 point in the standing, no matter what.
Okay. Yeah. In soccer, it's 3 points for a win, 1 point for a tie, and
Yeah.
nothing for a loss.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, there are definitely some people in the hockey world who are partial to the, hey, maybe a win should be 3 points,
Yeah.
and if you lose in overtime, you shouldn't get a point.
Right. That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jets week.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait till this week's over.
You said Jets week?
Yeah. No, you got your boy. You got your big gun coming in. What's his last name? Boyle.
Oh, yeah. Boyle.
Oh, are they bringing a new quarterback in?
Oh, boy. Oh, Boyle. Yep.
Finally.
They finally benched
Just Zach Wilson.
like 8 weeks too late.
Yeah, after please tell me you saw the clip of him running on the field.
That was the most. I was watching that live. I was like, I can't believe that just happened. My wife's like, what happened? I'm like, never mind. Don't worry about
He
it.
tackled himself again.
Travis sent it to me today.
I'm such an asshole.
No, it's well deserved.
I
mean,
also sent him a video of a hamster hanging himself on accident. He didn't die. The hamster made it. And there were like Jets fans this week, and the hamster like gets caught up and he like almost hangs himself. And then like his caretaker like saves him. God, it was funny. It was funny because the hamster didn't die. The hamster's good, everybody. So don't, all you pay to people don't
yeah.
So wait,
Relax,
don't
everyone.
at me. Yeah.
what QB's coming in?
Boyle.
Look at the carton.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Just watching you drink straight from the carton like that. It's like it's fucking the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, the dude with his robe on too.
Dude, you're at the robe. Yeah.
Was like, what? Didn't they trade for Trevor Simeon? Like after
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
what? Yeah, what happened with Trevor Simeon? And who's this other dude? Boyle?
Yeah,
What is he? A rookie?
I have no idea. No, he's been around, I think.
All the Jets fans on the internet have been like, "Oh, Boyle rules," yeah, you know.
Luckily, it's college basketball season already. So,
yeah. You want to hear the most ridiculous stat from yesterday's Commanders Giants game?
He's laughing.
We had 9 sacks.
Oh shit!
9. We had 9 sacks, and somehow their undrafted free agent rookie quarterback still, after being sacked 9 times, racked up 250 yards and 3 touchdowns, no picks, and we lost the game by double digits.
that's
The
crazy.
last time that has happened where a team has had 9 sacks and lost a game by double-digit points was 1984.
Wow.
God.
Yeah. Yep. 1984. It has been 39 years since the last time that happened in the NFL.
How was it in 1984, guys? What was that like?
That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
It
was
was
great.
yeah.
Those are the days, man. No phones,
Just kids outside waiting for the streetlights to come
chicks
on.
with poofy hair in both places.
Flock of seagulls.
How do you watch all the tape on the Giants playing this season and watch what all other teams do to them and go, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to try to outthink them and do what they think we're going to not do what they think we're going to do.
Classic overthinking.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Ronnie R. That's just classic anxiety.
Well, how do you do that twice in the same season?
Well, I fucked up twice a lot.
Yeah.
Twice to the Giants. But this is a historically bad team.
It's really bad.
Like for real, the Giants are a historically bad team. Like one of the worst teams in NFL history. So what does that make us? Fuck. 0-4
Really
in the division now. 1-4 at home. 4-7 overall.
Damn.
Got blown out by the Bears and the Giants.
How did Hal do yesterday?
Well, his game looked worse than it actually was. Our offense turned the ball over 6 times. 3 of them were interceptions, 3 of them were fumbles. The last interception, the third interception, was the very last play of the game, where on a 4th and 10, I think it was, our offensive line, they rushed, I think, 4, and we kept 6 back, and somehow our offensive line just good. So Hal had to throw it towards the sideline to try to make a play because it was, we actually had a chance at winning that game. If we would have driven down the field and scored a touchdown on that last drive, we would have taken the lead, but instead it was a pick 6 to end the game. But it was because the offensive line just caved. The worst part was they sent 2 on either side of the line. They didn't even send anybody up the middle. So they just sent 2 around the sides, and the fucking 3 guys up front in our line, instead of going after the guys that were rushing on the sides, they stayed right in the middle, bunched up in a big wall. So Sam, trying to run forward to avoid the guys coming in from both sides, basically ran right into his line, and they created a wall that he couldn't get through. And then he had to jump up and try to make a play towards the sideline because for whatever reason they decided that blocking no one was a better decision than going after the guys that are rushing.
There was a video from 4 or 5 weeks ago of it was the center and the guard for this doesn't help your cause, Maddie. I'm sorry, dude. But it was the center and the guard for the Giants offensive line. They couldn't find anyone to block, so they turned to each other.
Oh,
and
yeah.
instinctively they just block each other.
Yeah, I've seen that
I
clip.
saw that.
I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Did you see the Did you see the clip last week of Saquon Barkley?
No, I don't think I did.
This is against the Cowboys. So they were actually down towards their own end zone, and it was like a little pitch out right to Saquon, and the guard that pulled to go out in front of him and block, instead of turning up the field to go block, he turned towards Barkley, and Barkley ran right into the front of him. And then the guy was like, "Oh," and he like turned around, but by that time the Cowboys had like gotten there.
That's funny.
I laughed my ass off at that one.
Brian Daboll's on suicide watch after that one.
The guard tackled Barkley, basically.
God.
Looking back at our notes, there were two people out of the three of us who predicted the Eagles to win the NFC East.
Yeah.
And there was one person who predicted the Giants to win the NFC East.
Yes, and I was very wrong.
Yes.
But the Giants are still good enough to beat us. So
Ronnie, I'm glad that you keep notes. And I have notes this week. One, I was wrong last week when I said that it was the first Germany game ever. Guess when the first Germany game was. Guess.
First NFL Germany game?
Correct. It was who was it? It was the Chiefs and the Rams or something of the like. But just take a wild guess. Just take a wild guess.
When was it?
Yeah. What year? Just
last year?
Matt, anything?
probably longer ago than I would guess. Is my guess.
1990.
Yeah, okay. There it is right now. Was this when they were trying to get like NFL Europe going?
Was that the Berlin Wall? I think that's when the Berlin Wall came down.
Was it 1990?
No, Berlin Wall was like 85 or 86.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't Reagan still in office when it got torn down? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Reagan was still in office when it got torn down.
89.
Oh, 89. Okay, no, I'm wrong. Totally wrong. Who would have been in office in 89? Bush? One of the Bushes?
Bush Sr.
Bush Sr., right? Was he? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because Reagan had 2 terms, right?
Yeah. Bush Sr. was 88 to 92.
Yeah, because Bush Sr. only had 1 term.
80 to 88 was Reagan, yeah.
Reagan, yeah.
Yeah, it was the Rams and the Chiefs. August 11th, 1990.
Promoting NFL Europe. I bet you that's what they were doing, is promoting NFL Europe. Because do you guys remember when that was like going to be a big thing?
Yeah. Yep. The demolition of the Berlin Wall began on June 13th, 1990. But I doubt they would celebrate that with an NFL game over there. That doesn't make any sense. But
no.
Who knows?
I mean, maybe they did, you know. Yay, freedom football.
Yeah. Send the Americans over again to kick some ass. Losers. Ugh. So Matt and I had a bit of a, what is it called? An unknowing,
unknowing rivalry.
Yeah. Matt sent me a text where he messaged me on Saturday saying that he was watching the Harvard Yale game. As I was also watching the Harvard Yale game, as I do every year. It's actually one of my favorite college games, if not overall games of the year of the sports world every year, Harvard versus Yale.
And sounds pretty wimpy.
We got you guys this year. That was a big upset.
Yeah. Matt is a Yale fan because we have family that worked that were professors or whatever, right?
They weren't professors. They were both my uncles were in the IT world, and
okay, cool. They worked at Yale.
And my aunt did some administrative stuff there. But
yeah,
like basically any like sports game, like college/professional sports game, like most sports, my first game was a Yale game, other than football. The first basketball game I ever went to was a Yale game. First hockey game I ever went to was a Yale game. First lacrosse game I ever went to was a Yale game.
Nice.
And but then the first football game I ever went to was actually a Penn State Maryland game. And
crazy!
And it was played at Old Memorial Stadium where the O's used to play.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, Yale fan. And Travis, if you didn't know, Harvard was actually ranked number 18th in the country going into this game
in the FCS, not the.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I know my boy Mike McDaniel went to Yale.
Did he?
Fitzpatrick went to Harvard.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick. And there's one quarterback that I will always fucking love is Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, how could you not? Dude.
Yeah.
The years he was on the Dolphins, it was like, I don't know if we're going to get much better. I mean, it's mediocrity, but like, I'm having so much fun watching this clown go out there and fucking play. Bro, there was one, my brother and I talk about this all the time. There was one play where the offensive line broke down. Imagine that. And so he's running forward, right? And boom, he gets tackled and he's laying face down on the ground with his arms by his side. And he just takes the ball while he's face down and reaches it out in front of him and sets it down like 3 seconds after he's been on the ground. And the referees are just standing around him, just like shaking their heads. And actually, that's so funny because that last season, that was the season where they were kind of with Flores and they were kind of like integrating Tua against Flores's like whatever. But it was that we were at the Commies Dolphins game down here, and the Commies beat us by 1 point. But yeah, we got to watch Fitzpatrick go out there and fucking do the damn thing like in person. It was fucking awesome, dude. It was so much fun.
I remember watching the first game he ever played. I wasn't at the game, but I remember watching on TV. He was on the Rams. This is a minute ago, but I remember it. I remember him coming in the game and he gave the Rams a spark. And I want to say the Rams actually came back and won that game because of him. And he made a bunch of buzz, but I just remember thinking like, oh, this Fitzpatrick guy's pretty all right.
Yeah. He was solid. He was really solid. But you know what it is? He held the standard for not taking yourself too seriously, but still doing a good job and having fun. And that's fun to watch. Like this dude is a goofball, but he's out there trying to fucking win games.
Yep.
And that's just so enjoyable to watch. Like that's so enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed. Hard to dislike. And
he's good in his current role too.
Oh, dude, he's a great commentator, dude. I remember when the Dolphins picked him up and he was like, "Yep, I got like 30 kids. I think it's like 7 or 8, whatever he said. Got like 7 or 8 kids, and that's a lot of birthdays, and that's a lot of cake. So I got to have cake this month." And he was just talking about all the cake he eats, and he's like, "I'm probably gonna have to get back into some sort of shape."
Yeah, I think it's 8 kids that he has.
Oh, it's a lot of kids. God damn.
Yeah.
Damn, he's young too. Isn't he? Yeah. He's fairly young. He's like what, mid-30s?
He's younger.
I think he's my age. I think he was born in 86.
I want to say he's like getting close to 40. He's like 38 or something like that now.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
He's 40. Ooh, I was way off. He was born in 82.
Damn.
He's like your guys' age.
He's old.
No, he's not quite our age. We both got 5 or 6 years on him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. That's a fun joke to make.
Yeah, it's funny. I watch that game every year. I had no idea. I know Matt, and we've talked about your Yale connection before. And my father went to Harvard for law school. He went to the Naval Academy for undergrad. So, and another reason I love that game, which I know Matt does not share this reason with me, is because it's always the weekend before Thanksgiving. So it's always kind of like, it's like, for me, it's like the unofficial start of the holiday season, which I love. I'm a huge holiday season.
Hey, I love Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's awesome. How could you not love
Thanksgiving rules? I love Thanksgiving.
No presents and lots of food. And that's
This is like, it's still holiday season to me. I just don't really like Christmas all that much, but I love New Year's.
Yeah.
I love the action of Thanksgiving. I can't fucking stand Thanksgiving food. And everyone's like, well, you just haven't had a deep fried turkey. Yeah, I fucking have. I've had it all. I just don't, I don't fucking care for Thanksgiving food. So I am grateful for this year we're doing steaks. I love hanging out with my dad and my brother and everyone and drinking beers and all that shit. I hate fucking turkey and mashed potatoes. What even is cranberry sauce? What even is that?
But it's the nectar of the gods.
It got to be from the can.
It tastes like wolf pussy.
I love both. So there we go. No, it has to be from the can though. First, slice it up. Yeah,
it has to be from.
That's just going to show you how bad of a food that is. That it's better if it's processed than if it's fresh.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Says the man drinking from the hood carton.
It's my depression pumpkin eggnog. Leave me alone.
I don't think I've ever had eggnog unless there was alcohol in it.
I hate eggnog. God damn it.
I like the flavor of it. I like eggnog, but I never had it just alone. That is a pretty big loser move right there.
If there's a fucking drink with the word egg in it, it's just.
And pumpkin too. That's combining pumpkin and eggnog. That's awesome. I'm drinking a pumpkin beer.
I normally wouldn't be drinking eggnog by itself, but it's pumpkin eggnog that somebody else purchased for me. And it's not going
to. Did they like you?
Yes. Yes. It's not going to last forever. So, because, it's
you got to drink it.
It's already past its sell date, but eggnog stays good for a while past that. Milk stays good for like at least a week past its sell by date.
I'm bringing 3 of these for us, and Richard, me, you, Matt, for the second.
Oh, the Dogfish Head pumpkin ale.
Yeah, I had a haircut the other day, and it was a liquor store like right next door. It was like 10 a.m. I felt like a degenerate, but like I walk out of getting my haircut, and there was an open sign. I was like, "Fuck it, I don't care." And they still had some Dogfish Head and some pumpkin. So we're gonna pin Richard down and force a pumpkin beer down his throat.
We made a pact.
I know, I saw that.
So I'll drink an IPA with you, and he was like, "All right, I'll drink a pumpkin beer with you." And I was like, "Yeah," saying that knowing they're not going to have any pumpkin beer.
That's why I went looking for it. Yeah,
joke's on you, Richard. Guess who's going to have pumpkin beer now? I don't even know if I like the Dogfish Head one, but whatever.
Whatever. It's 7%.
Those are my boys. Let's go.
But then I got to drink an IPA with him. They might. I think they have Hardywood Great Return there, which is one of the few IPAs that I actually do like.
They don't do anything. They never have like a pumpkin beer on tap there, do they? I don't ever remember.
I've never seen anything like that.
I don't think so. I spent $1,300 on 4 punk rock tickets today.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yesterday I
Descendants? Circle Jerks?
No effects.
No.
Yesterday I told my wife, because I don't get paid until tomorrow, and the tickets went on sale at 1:00 today. I knew they were going to sell it fast, but I was like, "Hey, I'm going to use our joint credit card to buy some tickets." She's like, "Okay, how much?" I was like, probably just a couple hundred. I sent her a text today. I was like, "Just bought the tickets, $1,300. I'm making chicken for dinner." Try to instantly change the subject.
That's more than even several hundred.
Yes. So the reason, so it's their LA show. It's their actual last show. And they really just increased the prices are fucking insane. Like, so to be fair, like 2 of the tickets are VIP side stage. So I'll be on the side of the stage, and those are $400 each. That's just for one night. So they're playing 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was going to get tickets for all 3 days, but I was like, that's just ridiculous. It was like almost $2,000. So I bought the really good VIP tickets for Saturday night, and then Sunday I brought my brother and I just regular general admission, which were $225 each. General admission for a No Effects show.
Jesus,
because
really?
It's their last show. It was like $100 more than.
It's their last show ever.
That's Sunday.
And where's that one at?
It's in LA and San Pedro. It's like this huge like outdoor venue right on the water.
Now I'm embarrassed to tell you the show that I'm bringing my daughter to.
What show is it?
It's an all ages show. She's 15, so we got to find all ages show, and we finally found one. It doesn't happen often. It's like 10 minutes from my house. Nice. Fucking Voodoo Glow Skulls and Mustard Plug.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we're stoked about that. It's at this little outside venue, and yeah, she's jazzed about it. It wasn't several $100s, but
yeah. And they're not coming. No Effects. They announced have you seen that, Matt? Or you guys, have you seen like the new dates they announced for this year, their final?
I saw that they put something up, but I paid no attention to it because I'm not going to any of them. So
yeah, they're not coming anywhere near here. I thought for sure that they would. The closest they're coming was last year in Columbus, Ohio. I was right to go to that. They're playing in Boston. And that's it. That's just, there's rumors that there's going to be a New York show. I don't know why they're not coming to the Mid-Atlantic.
Are you sure this isn't the first of 2? didn't they say there's going to be 2 separate like tours in 2024 to finish the year off? Like basically one in the spring and one in the fall.
No, they announced. So they're going to be in Melbourne, and then they're going to be in Australia in January. They start the U.S. tour in April in Texas, and then they're going to Europe again in June. And then they announced all the rest of the dates, 3 in Canada, and then the U.S. shows are Fort Worth, Texas, Salt Lake City, Boston, Portland, L.A. Of course is where they're finishing. There might be another one. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I guess weird they're not making a DC style.
I know.
Or Richmond or.
If you ever want to know what it feels like to live in Florida, now you know.
They did Florida last year.
Yeah, most bands that play down here don't come back.
Yeah.
Or they just play.
Though.
They do, yes and no. But for whatever reason, like Red City Radio saw them. This was like right before COVID saw them down here. They won't even fucking come near this place after that. And
okay, yeah.
And there's
like
I think
politically is your.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. They don't say one way or the other, but I assume because the guy's a fucking huge douche. But or my other thought is, why they just reserve it for Fest? All right, we'll just go play Fest. You know?
Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if you're wanting like a good crowd and you can get into Fest, you're just like, all right, we'll plan our tour around Fest, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I mean, because obviously, fucking on their way out, like if D4 ever plays, they barely leave Minnesota, but every now and then they'll play Fest, you know, and like Banner Pilot, when they were still playing, they never fucking came down here unless it was Fest, you know.
How far from Gainesville are you?
I think I am roughly about 4.5 hours.
Where are you in Florida exactly?
I'm in a little town called Stewart, Florida. Okay. Which is just above the Palm Beach County line.
Palm Beach, is that Miami?
No, Palm Beach is still even like 2 hours north of Miami, and I'm north of Palm Beach. Okay. Basically, if you look at the shitty, and I'm south of I'm south of Cocoa. Okay. And Cocoa's like 2 or 3 hours north of me.
Oh, damn. Okay.
If you look at the Lucie? All right, so Port St. Lucie is about 40 minutes north of me. Okay. If you look at Florida and you see the big lake, put your finger right in the middle of the lake and then go over to the ocean, and that's where I am. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice little part of Florida still. It's not like, it's not like the other parts as much, you know, I don't know. Florida's Florida. You know, we ride alligators to work, shit like that.
I was watching, there's this channel, it's called the American Hero Channel, AHC. But it's almost, I call it the all Hitler channel because they're always playing like some World War II fucking documentary. But on Fridays they have this show called I Almost Got Away with It, and it's basically like every hour is like a new show about somebody who like escaped prison and was on the run, and 99.9%. I only say that because I haven't seen all of them, but everyone that I've watched at least begins in Florida.
Yeah.
Like at least the arrest is made in Florida.
Dude, we're like proud of that shit down here. On the Dolphins podcast that I listen to, which is like one of the only ones that's actually endorsed by the Miami Dolphins, at the end of each of their segments, they do this. Is it Florida Man or somewhere else? And they give you 2 separate true scenarios, and the person that's on the show has to guess which one's Florida and which one's someone else. Dude, I fucking nail that shit every time. Awesome. And I'm like, dude, listen, I've had friends that have stolen like street sweepers and gotten DUIs on them. Dude, you fucking name it. I've known someone that's done it. And it's no sweat. When I was in high school, we used to be, well, I would really never participate in it, but they used to do this mailbox bashing bullshit. And the principal of our school lived out in the community, that we lived in. And so he was a target like every 72 hours, right? And so he
Leave that mailbox on watch.
he was fucking, so he set up cameras, and it was after a Dolphins game, and like right after high school, it was like 2005. I graduated in 04, and we're all sitting around at my buddy's house watching the news just came on after the game, before the next game, and we're all just standing around drinking or whatever. And they're like, next up on News Channel 5, mailbox bashing in Jupiter, Florida gone wrong. And you see my buddy get out of the car with a baseball bat and like, and just destroying this mailbox on camera. And we're like, oh my God, it's you. He never got caught, dude, but he was on the fucking news, and we were all standing there watching the news when it got aired, dude. It was amazing. I mean, I feel that's stupid. Why bash a mailbox? That's stupid teenager bullshit. But
lots of teenagers do it.
It's stupid though.
It's funny.
It's funny. It's funny. I still laugh at that. The street sweeper, I still laugh at.
That's awesome.
Driving down the road, trying to activate the gears to also clean on the way, you know. I'm doing good for the community.
I'm drunk, but I'm also, I'm doing a service.
That's just kind of my whole mantra for life. Like, yeah, I had some drinks, but I'm trying to help you out, bud.
I wonder what it is. Maybe it's because the weather's always nice, so it's like all year round.
Nice?
Maniac.
No, it is hot as bejesus down here. 10 months, 11 months out of the year. Like, that's why everyone's out of their mind. Like, no one's hydrated. No one drinks enough water. I'm pretty sure bath salts are still a thing down here. You know,
like, and the rum and cokes are flowing.
Yeah, dude. It's just kidney failure everywhere you look.
That's Florida's drink of choice. I found out is rum and coke.
Rum and coke.
Yeah. They can't do whiskey down there. It's too hot.
I don't like rum, man.
That's why I can't.
I'm not really a rum guy either.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a light beer drinker, or I drink vodka tonic or like vodka seltzer, anything like that. Like, it is so fucking hot. You come down here in July or August, like, you'll sweat the salt right out of your body.
Yeah.
So if you're fucking day drinking, dude, I can't even tell you how many people that I've seen just the bear get. They're just like, just fucking go down, dude. Yeah.
That's why Florida man exists.
Yep.
So proud to be not proud.
People get overheated. They get that crazy in them, you know? Boom. Florida man.
Oh, did the clap come through when I did it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, all right, good.
The next thing you know.
That's a good bit then.
The next thing you know, you're waking up and behind a dumpster in some strip mall in Tallahassee. You're like, fuck.
Yeah,
and you're not even surprised by it.
No. No. Oh God. What did I do? I'm wearing a robe. I'm on the circuit now.
I would say, honestly, the only thing we have going for us down here is that nothing surprises us. And so with like being so unfazed going from day to day life, like I could like see a man get shot on the way home. Then I get home like, oh, your mortgage went up by $800 a month. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Florida, you know.
It's God's waiting room. It's where all the old people go.
I've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
I could be like my grandmother right now and just be like, why won't the Lord just take me?
Florida. So Florida is basically that waiting room from Beetlejuice.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is, but not way hotter and not as like, you know,
not as many shrunken heads.
Yeah. So saw this study today that eating pasta does not lead to weight gain.
Really?
Which is great news.
That's interesting.
That's fantastic news. Nothing but pasta from here on out, boys.
My entire life proves that wrong, but
I literally, me too. But I literally read that and went to the store and got shit to make manicotti. So I was like,
oh, manicotti.
That's what we had for dinner, and that's why I'm having the cheese sweats right now.
Hell yeah.
I love a good manicotti.
Oh, get out of here, dude. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, and stuffed shells. It's basically the same thing, just a different shape.
Yeah.
That's it, dude. Like, what is it? Well, you just take the ricotta and you do some shit to it, and you shove it in a dick-sized ziti, and then you just put it in the oven.
Oh,
yeah.
Just get it in there.
It's just a vessel for the cheese.
Everything's just a vessel for the cheese or the gabagool. Dude, when we were watching the Dolphins game yesterday, I was always with my dad, my brother, and my mom, and my dad always does whatever food wise. Dude, he just had this spread of like lunch meats with like the prosciutto and like,
Hell yeah.
dude, everything. He's just like, it's make your own sandwich day, and I was like, oh god, heavy breathing ensued.
Man, that sucks that Chan just immediately went down after he got back in the game.
I think it was more of like a preventative thing where like, all right, they said he aggravated it. And so they just took him out for the rest of the game. And that's what I'm going by. So don't even smile. Don't even smile like you know something I don't.
It makes me lose my other fantasy game more than likely.
Dude, I started him yesterday and
Me
he
too.
put up a solid 0.
Yeah, I started him in my other league, which going into tonight's game, I'm down by 9 points, which isn't so bad, but the person I'm playing has Hurts and I have Mahomes. So Mahomes has to outscore Hurts by 9 points for me to win. Yeah.
Dude, that could happen, and Kansas City still lose if Swift has a big game.
Well, it's in our league, it might happen. I don't know if it's going to happen in that other league because quarterback scoring in that league is just atrocious to me. I don't understand why all these leagues have low scoring quarterbacks.
I just beat the other person in our league with the closest amount of losses to me. So
you beat Cassie.
Yeah. So now I'm up. I have one loss, and then the closest has
you lost once?
Apparently. I don't remember that weekend very well.
Yeah, that was my Super Bowl, man. I'm gonna end up at 500, but I beat Ronnie that one time. It's like the Little Giants, like, oh, I raced my brother down Cherry Hill, and I beat him that one time.
I know. I think I'm gonna be 6-5 now. Back, what an up and down season I've had, but sitting at 6-5, I think I have like the 4th best record in the league. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, Chan.
No, it's the fifth best record. Or no, wait. No, I think it is the 4th best record.
And I play Brokeback Martin 2 out of the last 3 weeks.
And you beat him both times.
So I'm definitely gonna win.
What pisses me off is just every time I look at Ron's fucking profile, it's that smug fuck from goddamn Ferris Bueller's Day.
The Sausage King of Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, he's not, but he's
I hope
you're Abe Froman.
Yes.
The sausage.
Devastatingly handsome. That's what I hope my bag of beans. That's my picture. It's a bag of baked beans, and I hope that pissed somebody off along the way. 6-4. Fuck, after this week, I'm gonna be 6-5.
Yeah.
What a loser I am.
Tied. We're gonna be tied.
Yeah, but you're right there with me for points, though.
I scored a lot of points.
I keep last week I scored over 200, so I kind of
holy shit.
Did you last week?
Yeah, Travis, you were 1 point behind me before last weekend, and last weekend I got 211.
So I'm not like 80 points behind you.
Yeah, pretty much.
You like that math?
I love it.
Thanks. That's not my forte, so I'm proud of myself.
Good God, Ron, you're just so
all right.
Ahead of
all right,
everyone.
we get it. You're mad about last season. We get it. Jesus,
I'm not that far ahead of Travis with points.
80's a lot.
According to this right here, you have 1657 and he's got 1530.
Oh, okay.
So you're more yeah.
And the point champion is just for regular season, right? Not the playoffs.
Correct.
Because you get a bye and it would fuck you up. So.
I don't know if all these points have updated. Sometimes the CBS app.
Yeah, maybe not.
With that, but
wait. So the person that is in first can also be point champion?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't care for that. No. Petition to change that to the person in first cannot also be point champion, and it has
we'll
to
change it next year. We'll change it next year.
Might not be here then. We got to live in the moment, Ronnie.
It's basically there's basically a regular season points champion, and then
you're talking to him.
Yeah, yeah, it looks that way.
God, I don't care for him, man. Ronnie, the Jets really coming out in you right now.
Well, see, I'm smart enough to never have a Jet on my team.
Does anyone
Actually,
have
I
a
did
Jet
have-
on their team?
I did have Zach Wilson. For a
Oh,
minute.
I did. So, dude, last week, because all I have a Dolphins and Eagles players mostly, they were all on a fucking bye last week,
Yeah.
and I had to pick up Zach Wilson. I believe that was our league.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
I remember it too.
I dropped him the week before for Kenny Pickett,
Oh, I got Ronnie's sloppy seconds.
which I mean, I'm very lucky to not have any major injuries on my squad. So,
Well, you just fucked that up.
I know. Yeah. For somebody who believes in jinxes, I don't know why I just said that. So, fuck.
You guys hear that?
He heard it.
You heard
He
it?
hears me. He hears me if I whisper anything negative for me. He'll hear me. It's done. The gods have spoken.
Man, wake up, man.
Dak
It's a
Prescott
beautiful
is going
day.
to break his arm on the first play next week.
It's like the same thing when he broke his leg. Like he lifts it up to show the people. Like, you remember when he broke his fucking leg, dude? That was
Yeah.
horrid, man.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
It was.
Ugh.
That was a man that was reverted to a child for a second.
Nothing will ever be worse than the Joe Theismann
Oh,
injury. Oof. That just the bone just sticking up. I just remember Lawrence Taylor going like gets up and starts screaming for like the doctors.
Yeah.
He's just like, everybody come over here right now. Like compound fracture.
Yep. Alex
And there was
Smith,
that one dude during the
Alex Smith was bad too. Don't
yeah,
forget
that was
it.
really bad.
oh
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was gnarly.
Dude, when Alex Smith came back to play for a little bit and his wife was just in the stands and they would show her and she was just a fucking wreck.
Yeah.
And like that one leg, I don't know if he just had chicken legs anyhow, but that one leg never looked the same. When he was dropping back, I was like, Jesus Christ, he's gonna break. He looked like a fucking, I don't know, he looked like an erector set or something, dude. Like,
Yeah. He came very close to dying
Yeah, he did.
because it got infected in the hospital. He came like really close to dying.
Yep. He did.
I would probably call it quits at that point too.
Have you
Yeah.
guys, speaking of those two injuries, have you guys heard all the similarities between Alex Smith and Joe Theismann's injury?
No.
There's some crazy shit like on the days it happened or something, right?
Yeah. So here's what they are. So Joe Theismann, injury, broken right tibia and fibula. Alex Smith, injury, broken right tibia and fibula. The dates: Joe Theismann's November 18th, 1985. Alex Smith's November 18th, 2018.
That's crazy.
Team, both Washington Redskins. Location, both in Washington, D.C. Yard line, both at the 39-yard line.
What?
Yes. Final score of both games: the other team won 23-21.
Jesus Christ.
Caused by Theismann's three-time Defensive Player of the Year, Lawrence Taylor. Alex Smith's caused by three-time Defensive Player of the Year, J.J. Watt.
Oh, I don't care for any of this.
The left tackle in the game for Theismann, Pro Bowl left tackle Joe Jacoby, off the field due to injury. Alex Smith, Pro Bowl left tackle Trent Williams, off the field due to injury.
Oh my God. There's ghosts in sports. I don't care what the fuck you say.
That shit's crazy. The same yard line, the same day, the same final score.
There's absolutely ghost in sports, especially with those old teams. I mean, not to switch over to baseball, the Cubs, the Red Sox. I mean, they say you can like walk into those old stadiums and you can just feel them. You know, like it's so fucking old that it's, and I love that shit, dude. I think that is so, like, that's the essence of sports, is the deep rooted shit like that.
Fenway, I know I've been to Fenway many times. It's badass walking into that stadium. Like it feels like a professional baseball game. You know, like I've been to Nats Parks a ton of times. Like you go to Nats Park and it's cool. It's a professional baseball stadium, but like it doesn't have that feeling.
Yeah.
It can't. I don't even know what that feeling is, because like I haven't been to one of those old stadiums.
Even,
you know,
they don't have to be that old. I get that feeling going to the Orioles Stadium, Camden Yards. Camden Yards has that feeling. It feels like you're going to a baseball game.
I mean, but you walk in the Marlins Park that's within the last 10 years, and then you're like, this is just a club.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with Nats Park. and,
It's like
and many other baseball stadiums, to be honest with you.
Yogi Berra. I saw there's a really good documentary on Yogi Berra. I think it's on Netflix. Did we talk about this last time?
Yeah.
I think a little bit. I don't know what you're gonna.
So Yogi Berra caught the only perfect game in World Series history. And then when he eventually got, he became a coach of the Yankees, or manager, and he got fucked over by Steinbrenner, and he vowed never to go back to Yankee Stadium ever again. And there was like, I think it was 13 years before he went back. Steinbrenner and he and Steinbrenner had this, like, they were kind of like tricked to go on the same radio show together, and they kind of made up. And the day he came back to Yankee Stadium, it was this huge deal, and David Cohn pitched a perfect game.
Oh shit.
That's fucking nuts. There's something beyond just in sports. It's just, there's something there, like
It's beautiful, dude. It's fucking poetic.
Mhm.
But Steinbrenner was from Yogi Berra days?
when so Steinbrenner took over when Yogi Berra became the manager.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, not a player. Yeah,
That makes sense.
in the 70s. Yeah,
That makes more sense, because I was like,
Yeah.
the timeline is not fitting here.
no.
What an
Oh, yeah.
ugly dude, right?
Yogi Berra.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
fucked up looking. Yeah.
Yeah, he barely had to squat. That's why he was such a great catcher.
It's so tiny.
Yeah.
Oh man. He's probably taller than me though.
And the place he grew up in St. Louis is called Dago Hill.
Well, see,
Not
all right,
official.
that's just race. Okay.
Not officially. That was
Can
a
you believe
nickname,
it?
obviously.
Prejudice against Italians this day and age. Can
I
you
know.
believe it?
Who knows? Yeah. Crazy.
Nope, sure can't. Oh man, I'm revisiting pictures of those injuries we were just talking about.
Oh,
Ooh,
I can't.
God, no, I'm good.
There's this still of Alex Smith that is just like, oh dude.
Remember the one from the Louisville player for the college basketball? I think it was the Final Four. I don't think it was the championship game. It was yeah.
So, you know what other basketball player had a gnarly one? The dude that plays for Boston. Or at least he did play for Boston. I don't know if he still does. What the hell was his name? Gnarly. Same kind of thing on the basketball court for the Celtics.
His leg broke sideways. It just snapped.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And right in front of their bench too, and everybody was just like going nuts.
Not cheering, of course.
Not sure. Yeah.
Not like broken half. They're beautiful. Great
Fuck
job.
that left leg.
We hate left legs. We hate left legs.
All the right leg people are going nuts.
So, dude, I was just so funny, dude. I was just having this weird, like, I was driving down the road today, just blanking out, having this weird, like, thought back to when I was in middle school and we were having a kickball game against another class. And I'm right-handed, but I kick with my left foot. And so, like, I stand up to kick with my left foot. My teacher's like, "You're right-handed." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I kick with my left foot." He's like, "No, you don't." And so he tried to make me kick with my right foot. And I just can't. I just can't. And I was like, "Please let me kick with my left foot." And he was like, "That's the fucking weirdest thing I've ever seen, dude." I'm like, "Yeah, what?" That's my random story for the day.
So you're left-footed but right-handed.
I kick with my left foot for whatever reason. I don't know.
Okay.
Not that kicking comes into my life at all since kickball since 8th grade. Like,
I kick.
but sometimes
daily.
I like to think about the Pat McAfee show and I'll get that scholarship I never got.
I'm trying to get back into basketball, into NBA. Trying to watch more of the Knicks.
Dude, it's hard. NBA is hard to watch this year.
It is.
Oh my God, it's so hard to watch. It's so boring because it's like it's nothing but offense.
Yeah.
And if anybody even tries to play defense, like it's a foul.
Yeah.
So like this is defense, just holding your hands straight up in the air. That's how they play defense.
Games
And-
like
and
150 to 130 something.
Yeah, like I get it that offense is exciting, but it's so
ridiculous. Yeah.
it's so bad. It makes it boring. It's like watching NBA All-Star games now. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Regular season is like that. It's like, why? This is not, people aren't supposed to say stuff like, oh, if Michael Jordan played today, he'd average 50 points a game. That's not how that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
The game is supposed to progress farther than the players and to be like, oh, well, he wouldn't be as good in today's era. That's what it's supposed to be like, not the other way. It's not supposed to regress.
Yeah, but Dan Marino, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Dan Marino. Paisan.
Dan Marino was ahead of his time.
Innovator.
Yeah. He's another guy that if he would have played with the athletes of today and the offensive lines of today, although I don't know, I think offensive lines back then might have been a little bit better. That defensive coordinators didn't have all these schemes with all these weird, confusing covered, zone coverages and blitz packages. Didn't really exist too much back then. I mean, I think what's his name? The dude, the legendary defensive coordinator from the Eagles, and then went on to head coach of the Oilers, was Buddy Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Buddy Ryan was like one of the first guys to really implement a lot of those. Like, I think, wasn't he the first to implement the 3-4? I'm pretty sure he was the innovator of the 3-4 and all these interesting blitz packages and confusing coverages. Everyone just kind of copycatted off of him because his defenses were so good.
Speaking of Paisans, here's a question for you guys. I started following, because Matt, you sent me that fucking Matt sent me this thing on Instagram. It was a video. It was titled "Only in Staten Island."
Oh yeah,
and there's this fucking turkey crossing the street.
The guy yells out of the van. That one.
Yeah. He's like, get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker!
That maybe I don't know what it was about that. Probably because it was exactly what you would see in Staten Island. The turkey crossed the road. I'd laugh for 2 hours straight. Like I was walking my dogs after I saw that. I wasn't even like, my phone was in my pocket. I wasn't even watching it. I'm hysterical laughing as I'm walking my dogs. Just thinking about that video.
Because a turkey in the middle of the street is nearly an inanimate object. And so the guy's just hanging. I mean, he's not just a little bit out the window. This motherfucker's out the window. Get the fuck out of here.
And I think it's because
he's giving him the hand and everything, like gesturing towards him.
I think turkeys are a little smarter than normal birds. So I feel like the turkey understood him and wanted to say "fuck you" back, but couldn't. That's made it even funnier.
I've been telling people for years, man. There's a reason why New York City stopped running the T to Staten Island.
But so I started following that Instagram. Growing Up Italian.
Dude, I've followed that for a long time. It is so fucking good, especially when it gets to the sauce time of year. Go ahead.
Yeah, totally. But they have this one thing called they have a whole bunch of Italian American athletes. Who's the best Italian American athlete?
Dude,
they have Joe DiMaggio, Rocky Marciano, Joe Montana, Phil Esposito, Yogi Berra, Dan Marino, JT Realmuto, fuck him, Pete Alonso, Anthony Rizzo, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Alex Caruso. Who's the best Italian American athlete? I say
ever?
Rocky Marciano. Yeah.
I mean, DiMaggio is got to be up there on people's list.
Yeah.
Yogi. I'm gonna have to go with me.
Maybe there's a second page of people and you're on that one.
Keep flipping. Let me know. I'm on there somewhere. Go ahead. That's too hard, man.
I'm going Rocky Marciano. He was undefeated.
Marciano.
I just have to stay with baseball. One of my picks would just have to be baseball, just because it's my favorite sport.
Joe DiMaggio is definitely a great choice.
Let's talk about this fucking wop that's throwing for the Giants right now.
What's his name?
Tommy DeVito.
DeVito, who's
dude, who still lives with his.
I was thinking when you said throwing, I was thinking baseball Giants, but
bad, my sports mix. But like, dude, apparently he still lives at home with his parents in Jersey.
Yep.
Which fuck, if I had the choice to still live at home with my mom and dad, I fucking would. I love those guys.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I don't know how he could good. Oh fuck. I mean, I guess he did kind of good or whatever. But
Yes,
everyone's like, dude, it's a fucking Italian American quarterback that's still playing. Garoppolo's not playing, and they're going on and on about it.
Did you see his there was video of one of his TD pass celebrations?
Yeah,
Oh,
he did.
He was going like this.
I talk with my hands all the time, and I just do this motion all the time without even thinking about it. I know there's someone else that's going to come to mind.
Yeah, when I saw that list, I was like, there's got to be somebody that I'm just not like fucking. I feel like there's an obvious one that I'm just leaving out.
Yeah, that's what I feel like as well. Dude, so it was Mike Piazza who I was thinking of.
Oh,
and
that's not even on the list. That wasn't even on their list.
And like I don't know if he should be up there with like DiMaggio or whatever, but I remember growing up as a kid, I love that guy just because of that.
I mean, Real Muto is on the list, so he's better than him for sure. Like,
dude, Real Muto's my boy, dude. Well, probably when stats next to stats, and like Piazza was iconic. Real Muto had his time. I mean, but it was never Mike's style, like height. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Piazza had the stardom.
Yeah, he came up at the right time, like right after 9/11 when he's.
Well, he was a power hitting catcher too.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Not a
Gary Carter.
Not a ton of crazy
like
power hitting
catcher.
Yeah,
and they were both Mets.
The kid and Gary Carter.
Man. That's what I fucking love. I had the Mike Piazza series, Catching Glove, and like I actually still have it.
Nice.
I still fucking have it. Like
I have a baseball card with a piece of one of his jerseys in it.
Remember the Subway series?
Yes.
And
dude.
The Roger Clemens Mike Piazza incident.
That's right. Yeah.
With baseball was at the
hell yeah,
baseball's at the height
he
back
threw the
then.
broken
fucking
back.
awesome.
Yeah, right back at him.
Yeah, like he did that shit on purpose or some shit. Roger Clemens was like, "How dare you break your bat?
Yeah.
Some of it comes towards me.
I'm gonna calculate this so the bat breaks and flies right towards it." Yeah.
That was before they were like, what are steroids? Like, what are you guys doing these things?
Oh, the things that make Roger Clemens an asshole? Oh no, or is he just an asshole?
Yeah.
McGuire's neck, he's really the size of my thigh, or is that just how he's built?
What was the that I don't even know if this is a true story or not, but I've heard it told so many times that I feel like it probably is. The thing with Roger Clemens and the kid, and like some like dad and his kid had asked him to sign a ball like pregame or something like that, and Roger Clemens like reached out his hands or whatever, and they gave him the ball, and he just like turned around and chucked it into the field. And the kid was like, "Oh," and he was like, "Get used to disappointment, kid." Or something.
Fucking
funny.
Trevor Bauer did that as well. It was Trevor Bauer. He just tossed it, and they were like, "I'm almost positive Trevor Bauer is like a little."
Yeah, he's a weird
dude. He's a weird dude. So I'm almost positive it's him, and if it's wrong, my bad. But I'm almost positive it's Trevor Bauer.
They may have both done it. Clemens,
Trevor,
was a notorious
Trevor
asshole.
Yeah, dude. He didn't chuck it; he hucked it. And the ball just went, and the kid's just like sobbing. And the dad was like, "Why did you do that?" And he was like, "Because I felt like it."
Yeah,
like, you cocksucker. Like, yeah,
yeah. He like hucked it over the center field wall.
It wasn't a chuck. It was a hook.
Yeah. He like hucked it. I've heard that story too. There's a similar one with Roger Clemens and some kid. I don't know if Clemens hucked it. I might have been just like misremembering hearing Trevor Bauer's story on that one, but the line that I remember at the end of the Roger Clemens story was him looking back to the kid and being like, "Get used to disappointment, kid."
both shoes fit.
What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
Not watching football since the season's over.
It's not over yet.
I know. I'm still gonna watch.
I'm definitely watching football on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We're doing our new tradition of nacho table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Wayward souls. If you don't have a place to go for Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
near Fredericksburg, Virginia, nacho table.
Matt was famously, our first year of a podcast, invited to Joe Queer's
House for Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's true. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I have to work this week, so I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. So we're doing Thanksgiving on Friday. I'm going to make a turkey, and my dad's going to come over. We're going to watch the Jets lose by at least 47 points to the Dolphins.
At least.
At least.
We're not eating turkey, but we're going to do the same.
Yeah. Hopefully the turkey will be good enough that it'll offset the sadness of getting destroyed.
The best part about it, dude, and that's why I even like do football Sundays anyhow, is just to fucking watch it with my dad and like be with my brother. You know, my mom, she doesn't know what's going on, but bless her heart, like she's just like hoo-ah, you know, when the hoo-ah time comes. And it's just about being with my dad and my brother. And so I love that, dude, that you're getting together with your dad to watch that putrid team with the fucking that white and green team from the AFC.
The last time he was at my house for a Thanksgiving was the butt fumble.
Oh God, with Mark Sanchez. Oh my God.
And
wait, are you guys okay?
No, we're good. Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
But that was Thanksgiving. The Jets haven't played on Thanksgiving in a long time.
They're not this year either.
Yeah. So I remember we were watching it live. I'll never forget that. That might be the most memorable, unfortunately, the most memorable NFL play.
Do either of you guys know that there was a butt fumble too?
When? Who?
It was Mark Sanchez again for that short period of time that he played for the Redskins. When they
really?
Yes. Because it was the year that Alex Smith went down. After Alex Smith went down, then like 2 games later, Colt McCoy went down for the season. And we were left with no quarterbacks because we didn't have a third string quarterback. I don't even think we had a practice squad guy.
Damn.
So they had to bring Mark Sanchez in off the street after, you know, they didn't have to bring in Mark Sanchez. That's who they brought in first. In off the street to back up Colt McCoy. So he had been on the team for 2 weeks and started a game and just was god awful. And he literally did it again. Wow. The butt fumble happened again. It happened twice in his career. Yeah. Look up the like type in butt fumble 2 on YouTube, butt fumble 2 Washington Redskins. Yeah. It happened again.
That's amazing.
Oh my God. Like, you thought butt fumble 1 was good. Now stay tuned for butt fumble 2 featuring Mark Sanchez and the boys.
And return of the butt fumble.
And we yanked his ass immediately. Like, I don't think he played another snap for us after it happened again. We signed Josh Johnson right off the street, and he played the rest of the season for us.
How do you butt fumble twice?
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
I'm crying, dude. I'm crying.
I think they released Sanchez before the season was over.
Here's why I love Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
I just see it like this same exact play, but in like a different uniform, and that same look on his eyes as he's running into the ass of a lineman.
But did they return it for a touchdown in the Skins?
Maybe.
Say yes, please.
I gotta look it up too. It's been a minute since I've seen it.
Oh, that's so funny. I got a cramp.
Remember when Sanchez was eating the hot dog on the sideline and he was hiding it?
Dude, I mean that's like halfway. I mean, that's halfway my spirit animal right
that's
there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I love Mark Sanchez.
Eating a glizzy out of the coat. Like, I hide my hot dog eating too, Mark. Pass the hot dog cart out in front of work. This is your 4th one today. Shut up, eat it.
Ron, yes. It was also returned for a touchdown.
Seriously?
Oh,
yes.
No.
That's perfect.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, wait, maybe not. No. It was the game. Sorry. The title of the video made me think something. It just says Mark Sanchez introduces the world to the butt fumble recovery 90-yard AP TD week 13, which that's it was against the Eagles, and that was the week that Adrian Peterson actually had his longest touchdown run as a Washington Redskin. Apparently, Mark Sanchez has a good sense of humor about this because he went on Pat McAfee's show and broke down the butt fumble.
He seems like a pretty cool guy.
He sucks at commentating, though. God, he's the
not
worst fucking NFL commentator. Like, it's not even close.
He is really bad.
He's so bad.
The dude that was doing the Dolphins game yesterday, whose name I knew yesterday, now it eludes me. He would be like, all right, it's a 1st and 10 for the Raiders, but it was a 1st and 10 for Miami. And like, he kept getting it backwards all the time. I was like, man, I think this guy's maybe too old to do this job. I mean, because, we're the Dolphins. They always give us the backup commentators. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like Kirk Herbstreit. I think he's really good for, he does like,
he's good, but like every time I hear his voice, all I think about is college football.
Yeah.
Like he's the voice of college football. You can't put the voice of college football in the NFL.
He's the voice of game day, and then he's all of a sudden
weird.
Like Thursday night. Yeah,
it's still weird.
The Dolphins game yesterday, we had like, all right, their commentators are Trent Green and John Quincy Adams IV, and they just like, dude, it was awful. I forget the dude's name, but it was fucking awful.
What do you think you guys think about Chris Collinsworth?
Now here's a guy.
Because let me tell you right off the bat, I like him a lot. And he's somebody that I was surprised at how many people fucking hate him.
Yeah, Red,
he's impartial. I'm impartial to that dude. He's fine.
Okay.
Red might not be friends with you anymore after saying that. I can't even have
I like
boys on a Chris Collinsworth.
Romo has grown on me. I hated Romo at first, but I think Romo's gotten a lot better.
I like
Romo. Can call a play before it even fucking happens, which I hate, but I mean he can.
Yeah, he's really
Mark Sanchez started to try to do that when he first started, and he was like wrong every time.
He was like the center. It's called the center, right? Snaps it to the quarterback. That's the quarterback. Yeah. That's the quarterback, right?
Joe Buck annoys me.
The quarterback runs it. Oh, dude, Joe Buck is the fucking worst.
He is the worst.
Yeah. Just his fucking. Oh, I've never seen such a punchable face in my entire life.
Yeah.
Aikman's good though. I like Aikman.
Dude, I love Aikman because he's. I don't know if he has a condition, but he always looks stoned out of his gourd.
Does. He totally does. Yeah,
and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
He does have a condition. He was one of the Cowboys quarterbacks.
And it's just endless crying, so his eyes are always red, right?
Did he win a Super Bowl? He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Troy Aikman?
Yeah.
He won 3.
3? Okay. Gotcha.
That had to be the last one then.
What do you mean the last one?
Last
for the Cowboys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the Cowboys went they won 3 in a row.
And it's recorded
with
on
Aikman,
8-track
they won
tape.
3 in a row?
Yeah. With
Aikman,
Emmett's, they beat the Steelers once, and then they beat the Bills twice. I think it was 3 in a row. It might have been 3 in 4 years, but it was 3, and it was all with Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
Jay Novacek, or
and what's his name? Coach
Novak, tight end.
Who's the coach? What's his name?
Was it Novacek? Shit, I think it was Jay Novacek, maybe. Well, the coach only won 2 of them because Jimmy Johnson won 2 of the Super Bowls, and then he left, and then Barry Switzer won the 3rd one. So maybe it might have been 3 and 4 years. I'm pretty sure it was 3 in a row though, because the Bills went to 4 in a row against the Giants, the Redskins, Cowboys, and then I think the Cowboys won the next year against the Steelers too, with Barry Switzer as the head coach. Pretty sure. I have to go back and look that up, but I'm fairly confident that's what it was. And Barry Switzer lucked in to be a Super Bowl winning head coach.
Yeah, he just inherited.
That incredible team.
Yeah.
Team after that season, that Cowboys team totally started breaking down. That was also when Troy Aikman started getting all those concussions. He probably had a bunch before then.
Did what's his name take over from Barry Switzer? Fucking Bill Parcells.
Maybe.
Seems right.
Was it somebody else?
Intercepted.
That's fine. I'm watching basketball, so I like your updates because I don't know what's going on upstairs. I hear my wife yelling. So
Mahomes threw one. Is that what you're saying?
in the end
Mahomo.
zone.
Ugh.
Mahomo. Remember Police Academy, the first Police Academy?
Oh, of course.
When they call him.
You guys want to talk about smoking in restaurants while we're at it? Listen, we used to snort Pixies ticks too. You're not special.
Or the candy cigarettes when you would like blow the powdered
Mostly
sugar
it
out of
was
them.
smoking in the mall, Travis.
Yeah.
Walk around smoking in the mall.
Travis, you remember candy cigarettes? Did they have those when you were growing up?
Bro, so I was at a store. I was at Big Lots. Do you guys know what Big Lots is?
Yeah.
Yes.
We assume people know what Big Lots is, right?
Yeah.
There are two different, up by the registers, two different brands of candy cigarettes
Still?
right now.
To this day.
Now. I can go there right now. Yeah. Dude, you
It's
send
Florida.
me coffee, I'll send you candy cigarettes.
Okay.
This is Florida, bro. We got candy meth pipes, my dude. You want candy syringes? We got them. You let me know. Christmas is coming, my man.
Candy heroin. It's just
No, candy heroin, just heroin.
If there was one state that would take away age restrictions on buying tobacco products, it would be Florida.
Yeah. We love our things.
They'll sell a pack of cigarettes to an 8-year-old. They don't give a fuck.
so what kind of candy cigarettes? There's two different types of candy cigarettes.
It was basically the same thing. They just looked like
Gum
sugar. Oh, the ones that I saw, maybe one was gum, but one was definitely the old school, like just like a sugar stick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The best was the gum one. So the gum, it was like a tube. It was like a cigarette shaped piece of gum in a wrapper, but there was powdered sugar in it. So you could blow. You could like put it in your mouth and blow it. And it looks like smoke. So it looks like you're actually smoking.
I remember those ones.
Yeah.
I was never a smoker when I was a kid. I was always with the Big League Chew. I was always a dipper.
That's another good one too. Yeah.
That's still down here as well.
In the dugout. Oh yeah, we got it up here too.
Dude, my wife got me that in my stocking for last Christmas. I was there
so
like
good.
out of the back, just like putting in like I used to when I was a kid.
Dude, the Great Big League Chew is shit.
Yep. I was just about to say in the dugout with the Great Big League
Yeah.
too.
It's the best 25 seconds ever.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
My sexual performance is the only thing that lasts longer than Big League Chew.
At 26 seconds.
25 and a half. Thank you very much.
It's trying to be nice.
I appreciate you.
I remember being out there at third base with a big hunk of Big League Chew and like spitting like that actually.
Hell yeah.
Just thinking like I'm gonna get bladder cancer like Tony Gwynn.
Yeah, doing your best Lenny Dykstra impersonation.
Oh my god.
I remember he was on the Mets. He slid into third base once and swallowed his wad of chew.
Oh god, I almost barf, dude.
They had to call timeout because he was like puking on the third base side.
That's so gross, dude. That shit is so gross.
Fucking Lenny Dykstra.
Lenny Dykstra was something.
That was
else.
before all Mets fans had AIDS. That was the glory days.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I wanted to tell you this story, even if it's on record or not. Because I was thinking about that story today, and there was one time, and it was like 2 or 3 years before COVID. This is not sports related at all, but it makes me laugh like on the level of the AIDS. And so, me and my brother and you guys know CJ who used to play bass and inside jokes. I'm sure
I do.
know
I don't know
him.
if Ron does.
So we went to, I don't know, we were at this dive. It was late. We were at this dive like in our local town. I don't know if we were watching like Brett's band back then or something. It was like really, really early inside jokes. Me and my brother and CJ, we were standing outside of this dive, just drinking a beer. CJ's a cigarette smoker, so we're out there. He was smoking. You can't smoke inside here anymore, as most places. And so we're just standing there talking, drinking our beer. Two of us are on this side facing him. This like, we were like 31, 30 at the time. And this like 47, 48-year-old like drunk lady comes out like blast out the front door with what we're assuming is her mom and dad behind her because they were that much older than her and they were holding hands. And so she looks around, she looks at all three of us. She walks up to me first. That's not an exaggeration. She walks up to me first. She's like, "You're coming home with me." And I'm like, I'm married. She's like, "You're a fucking loser." And I'm like, I agree. And
I'm
so
already
she
in love
looks
with this
at-
lady.
Dude, this is why this story is so good. And this is just the beginning. She looks at me, she goes, "You're a fucking loser." And she looks at my brother and CJ, and she's choosing between the two. She walks up to my brother and she goes, "You smell." And so my brother's like, "I didn't think I did." And then she looks at CJ and she was like, "Eh." And so she grabs him by the crotch and starts dragging him away, like, "You're coming home with me."
Damn.
With her mom and dad in tow, right? And so I'm like, CJ's like, guys, bro. She gets him around the corner into the darkness where we can't see him anymore. So I figure he's dead or like something had happened. And it wasn't 25 minutes later. CJ probably like shook himself loose and finally came back around the corner. He's like, "Guys, you fucking help me." Like, CJ went, "No, you're lonely, dude." But it was so funny because she came out, she looked at me, she's like, "You're coming with me. I'm married. You're a fucking loser. You smell. You're coming with me."
Damn.
Florida.
Dude,
I gotta hang out in Florida
and,
more.
do you?
No.
You gotta stay up there, and even though you're sad about your NFL team, stay up there and be safe and happy.
I'm gonna do the famous "All right, gentlemen."
Yep.
Hey, Ronnie, I gotta go, bud. I can't hang around with you chuds anymore. I got life to pursue.
The next time I talk to you, the Jets would have lost by 47 points to Miami. So
I don't care for that because that's reverse psychology, and I don't like that.
that's why I'm doing it.
I think the Dolphins are going to lose by 100,000. How about that?
No, 200,000. The Jets are going to lose.
The Dolphins are going to disband teams, and we'll never have a team again after Friday. They discovered that Hard Rock Stadium was built on an Indian burial grounds, and they have to burn all the players alive.
Have the Commanders played the Dolphins yet this year?
No, but they do.
They do, yeah, because they play the Jets coming up soon too.
This is the point of the season where like all Commanders fans have given up hope, which means that they're probably going to win 3 in a row.
Yep.
And sit at 7-7 and give everybody hope. Oh shit! What if they? And then they'll lose the last 3 and finish 7-10.
All right, fellas. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, indeed.
You too, bud.
Yep. I'll have agita while I watch the Jets lose to the fucking
The old agita.
yeah.
You gotta rub your knuckles like this. I got the agita.
Yeah.
That's a better name for it than heartburn.
Yeah.
It's a cooler name, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Heartburn's like, "I got heartburn. Can you give me a Tums?"
It's like fuck you.
I got the agita. Can you give me a pine leaf? And
Doesn't even have anything to do with your heart.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Later.
Pour
guys.
one out. Pour one out for the homies. All right, later.
Adios.